All right. Good morning, everybody. Melissa here. So I just closed on a walkthrough for my business, and I want to talk about my app here a minute. So as I had to work through my process of sales, of getting a customer, I had done my homework, which was a bit challenging to me. And then I'm like, okay, you are prepared. You've gone through this. You've done draft after draft. Put it together, simplify it so it's easy for people to connect with you. So this morning, yesterday, I had sent my process to somebody in a text, real easy, right? And then I'm like, this is what I charge for a walkthrough, and this is what my process looks like. So as I did this, I closed on it. I closed on it this morning. So that is all set up for a walkthrough. And so now I need to go make my business official, and that will get paid for with this customer, right? Because you've got a customer, then you can pay for your official business. Um, as I move forward with my business, I have a lot of ideas, but I want to talk about the app right now because I used a process that I started with my cleaning business to start my app. So after thinking about my app last night and starting it with AI, I'm like, get some clarification, get a process down today from the success of my cleaning business. And so I worked through that a little bit. I will be talking to somebody to get some more feedback and other people. But basically right now, I'm going to have an app to build women up. And it's going to start with building women up because that's what we need. We need to bring confidence to women. We need to bring powerful messages to them. We need to build them up. So that is going to be the first part of my app. And then it's going to have like a funneling or a downflow where there is a place where we talk about her choice. It's called The Gift Within. And we are going to be talking about her in the very moment of that decision, which I've been wanting to have a space for a quiet space for her where she feels safe and where she feels she can talk. In that tiny space, she's going to have a place where there's mentorship, testimonials, daily encouragement, daily crowns is what it's going to be called. It's going to have some scripture in it. Not preachy, but gentle, reminders of truth. There's going to be a whole thing, not sure how I have it set up yet, but in her very, very moment of decision where she feels her world is crashing, it's going to go inward even more. So it's going to go from like, here you are, building up woman to pulling it in, and at her very innermost being able to be there for her and say, this is not your mother's decision. This is your decision. You are not your mother. You don't have to be afraid of your father's anger or his silence. If you have an aunt you're close to who feels you should abort to protect you, it's your choice. It's your decision. This is what it's going to look like for you if you choose life, and this is the trauma and what it's going to look like if you choose to not keep your baby. So there's going to be a lot of stuff there for her, and then it will be anonymous, and if she chooses to gently be entered into a community, there will be other voices for her that will be encouraging. Maybe she feels that she's now totally isolated from her friends. There's going to be a part for that. There's going to be a part for her to journal. There will be, if she chooses life, there'll be a hope journey where a hope journey where she has not only milestones of her baby's development, and I probably will take this more from the home birth side where they are very thorough on the development of your baby. Rather than just a dry book that, your baby is this as big as a peach right now. It's not going to be that dry. It's going to be very intricate of the knitting of the child in the womb. And then it's going to be a place where she will get support on an emotional level, where it will be more about her and her pregnancy, so that she has that strength to really focus on herself during her pregnancy. It will have stuff about the baby, obviously, but a lot of times girls need the inward strength to really focus on them and to learn about themselves when they don't know much about pregnancy. I know when I was pregnant, I had a huge focus on me, huge, because I didn't know. I didn't even know how to take care of myself when I was pregnant. And I had so much support. I had Lamaze, I had home births, which were incredible. I had the hospital care after my firstborn, who gave me, it was a little more surface. They gave me a bunch of packages and diapers and stuff to take home. They did say I could call for help if I needed it with nursing. And I'm like, ooh, nursing, I'm not going to nurse with my first one. And that's because intimacy was really difficult for me. And I'm like, oh, that's gross, you know. But by the time I had my second one, I did have, I did nurse. And I believe there was some coaching, a little bit of coaching at one point with one of them. And so I'm just going to really be putting a lot of value into not only the baby's development, but her. How is she feeling? What are people saying? Is she afraid of being fat? Is she afraid of this? And so taking those fears and finding solutions. And, you know, a big part of this too is going to be, how is she feeling right now when she finds out she's pregnant? How is she mad at her boyfriend? What emotions is she feeling? How can she connect with her boyfriend? And how is he feeling? What are his thoughts? Why is he distant? Why is he going quiet on her? What is going on? So all that trauma and testimonies from other people, I will be putting not only audios in, but videos from other people to give her everything she needs. There will be follow-up. There will be support. There will be ongoing communication where she has me on a daily basis. I'm going to be setting that up somehow, and then possibly later other voices for her if she wants to connect in just a group chat. And then, you know, local support, resources, a resource hub, everything that a woman could want and have to succeed. So this is going to be a huge project, bigger than my business. I feel like I pretty much got my business down now with that process, other than just getting my website going and some other things. So that's what I got.